What's up, guys? Big Rob here. I am going to be shooting a series of videos trying to discuss nutrition myths that we're going to bust. We're going to be discussing some stuff geared toward children and also geared toward adults. Our first video today is geared toward children's breakfast. So we're going to go over a couple options to see what you guys might think is the most healthiest option. Then we're going to discuss each one of them to figure out which one is actually the most healthiest option. I got three choices here. We got our multi-grain Cheerios, we got our Cocoa Pebbles, and we got some Eggo waffles with light syrup. So I went in the middle of regular syrup and sugar-free, which will basically just be light syrup. So I want you guys to take a second and kind of think to yourself, out of those three options, which option do you think is going to be the healthiest choice to give your kids? Now, imagine just going through the grocery store and you're in a hurry and you're just looking around trying to find a healthy option real quick. And which one do you think you would choose to hurry up and grab to do that? Okay, now we're going to come over here in a minute to this board, and basically I broke everything down on what we're looking for. I broke it down into calories, fat, protein, carbs, and also sugars. So if we look at our first option, we got waffles. One serving of waffles is two waffles, and then we also looked at 3 servings of light syrup. Even if you was to go to 4 servings of light syrup, the syrup's only 50 calories a serving, so it's not going to change anything much, but it would change it a little bit. So if we look, this breakfast right here, total calories is going to be 310 calories. Total fat would be 5, protein 5. Our total carbs is 69, and the sugars from the carbs is 40. So those numbers might sound high to you, but they're actually okay compared to the other two. Now let's look at the Cheerios option. I went with 2 servings of Cheerios, and we're using 2% milk. And so I used 1.5 servings of the 2% milk. Our total calories for this breakfast is going to be 495 calories. We got 18 fat calories, grams of fat. We got 30 grams of protein. So our protein is quite a bit higher in the next 2 options than the waffles. But being breakfast, we can make that up in other areas. 100 grams of carbs, and 58 grams of those 100 grams is coming from sugars. Now, if we go down to Cocoa Pebbles, once again, we did 2 servings because I think that 1 serving is probably not going to be realistic for any kid. And we used 1.5 servings of 2% milk again. Total calories for this breakfast is going to be 475, 18 grams of fat, 28 grams of protein. So our fat and our protein are pretty much the same as the other cereal. 98 grams of carbs, and 74 grams of those carbs is coming from sugar. So the sugar content from the Cocoa Pebbles is a little bit higher, but in my opinion, it's not high enough to be even worried about. So let's take the 3 options. Obviously, our best option is going to be the waffles up here. The 2 waffles and the light syrup, and I think that's a realistic breakfast for any kid to have. And then the 2 cereals, the Cheerios is actually the worst of the 2 options. But in reality, the macronutrients variance in both these cereals is so small, I would equal them to be the same. So I want to go back to the cereals real quick. Now, I want to show you what marketing does, guys. We already determined that both these cereals are pretty much equally the same nutritional wise. But look at the marketing on them. The Cheerios, we got so much stuff in here that's kind of telling us, oh, this is such a healthier option. You know, it says it's got 9 vitamins and minerals. It's got 100% of your daily of those vitamins and minerals. You know, it's showing your heart healthy sign 3 different times. You got your heart it's stressing how it's gluten-free when actually both cereals are gluten-free. It's got your heart, once again, heart healthy logo down there. So just from a glance, even the colors is kind of showing you that it's kind of trying to tell you that it's a healthier option. And then of course your Cocoa Pebbles, its main advertisement is kids. But in reality, these cereals, guys, are both nutritional value is about the same. So I just wanted to take a second to show you guys that. And one other thing I want to look at is, okay, let's say we changed the difference from whole milk to 2% milk using the cereals. At a 5-day weekly average, if we used whole milk, we're looking at 1,125 calories for the entire week, just in the milk, compared to 975 calories with 2% milk. So there is a 150 calorie difference. So how you could use that information is, if you have a kid that you feel needs to lose a little bit of weight because they're not so healthy in the weight area, you want to choose your 2% option. Now, if you have a kid that you feel is underweight and they need to gain weight, then here's a way to increase your calories without increasing the amount they're actually consuming. So your whole milk would be a better option because they're going to get more calories out of it. So they're not actually consuming more, but the calories in the consumption is higher. So that's the type of information you could look at based off if your kid is underweight, overweight, whatever it is. All three are probably going to be a good option, guys. Obviously, I said the waffles are a little bit better option, but any one of these three would be a good option for kids. And I just wanted to take a second to show you guys that, because a lot of people would look at the Cocoa Pebbles right offhand and be like, no way, I got to get this Cheerios because it's so much healthier for your kids, when in reality it's not. Because there's a fine line when it comes to trying to eat healthy, guys, with your kids. We don't want to make it so boring that it turns them off. So there are options we can use to kind of keep the food exciting too and still be healthy. Now, the main thing with all three of these is portions, guys. We've got to keep it to the portions listed on here. And I feel 2 servings of this or 1 serving of that is going to be fine for any kid, probably less than a teenager. You know, you get up in high school, then of course they're going to be bigger, so the portions could be larger too. So with that said, guys, I hope that helped a little bit of y'all out when it comes to making options for breakfast choices, I meant. And be looking out for some more series of these videos that are going to be coming soon. I just want to help break some of these myths that I run across a lot when it comes to working with people in nutrition. So thanks for your time, guys. Go to my YouTube channel, look for some more videos coming soon. Go to my Facebook, like our page, and follow me on Instagram, BigRobFitness.